catch out the chamber, still yet to do so. That engagement over by Spawn. It's going to be down to Shooter now to work for this entry. Looking to lead the way as the Jet spots out the rain. Not quite able to get a kill yet. Darts out of position there. Accompanied by the Fade. There's the opening. Instantly traded. tesseract going to stay in the matter. Persia able to finish the job. The whole time with that spike stuck on the defuse. It's going to be a quick cleanup and a first round for Orangutan. Exactly what Exceeli are planning to do. The question for Orangutan now is, can they stop it? They've already made a gap in the wall. Shooter able to chime in with the Rainer falling now. Freaks is able to respond, but respond for how long, Tanya? Because there's still a player down now, and Vibhor's going aggressive, looking to outflank Freaks here as he pushes over to defend the score.
And here we go, the switch of weapons. They did not have so much of time. The Freaks did pick up an advantage there, and tesseract has already managed to reduce the players to 2. It is going to be 2. Shooter has already secured his better position here to the heaven side, and tesseract with the triple. Well, it looks pretty clear scenario. Shooter is going to go for the pick here without a doubt, and here comes the shutdown. It is going to be 3rd consecutive round going into the hands of Orangutan. He was supposed to get that frag, missed it, but Persia isn't going to miss it. It is going to be tesseract supporting, and Freaks is going to take down tesseract. Spike control is also in the hands of Team Orangutan. It is all up to last man standing, and I'm afraid how long will Freak stand?
With a Vandal, they do still have a bit of bite to them. However, going to learn that the hard way. Ghost able to finish the job.
Well, talking about Vito, I believe the pick of the map was just about perfect. The way they have been doing is absolutely right. And talking about rightness, it is going to be a triple for Crazy. He is going crazy. Indeed, Exceeli all together are going crazy. Alarm bot is going to get triggered. Fancy's position is going to get revealed. But no loss. No loss here whatsoever. Last man standing.
Persia has the spike. Persia's got the spike. This is by no means over. And what the fight? Possible with the SDS? Well, that's from Outlaw, ready to go through their own smoke here, potentially catch out Persia. Swings out, there's the engagement, there's that kill. Persia falls, Vibhor able to trade, but for how long? tesseract brings out that Omens, Hunter's Fury, and once again, he's able to tag players with it. Not quite able to kill, but was that info enough? Ghost has been invigorated to go for a push off the back of it. Fancy, able to chime in. Spike handed over to the Sage. Space was now without armor. We'll be able to get that Spike one away from a resurrection as well off the back of this, as we find ourselves in a 3 versus 3. Francis goes to angle to spot out the operator, but shoots her point blank. Finishes the job, bringing us down to the 3-on-2 now. Swings around to the other side of it, spots out the Sage. It's messy, it's laboured, but it doesn't matter. Good for the first, doubles down as well, allowing Ghost to get that defuse again to Orangutan. Shoots up, presses the matter further, and now the remaining players of Exceeli, they're trapped on this A side. They've got to push into it. They can't run. Shooter's laying in wait.
And as soon as Shooter does it, he is going to go for a few more frags, but will Persia allow it is going to be the question, and Vibhor is going to knock the final nail in the coffin.
A bit of an anti-eco though.
Shooter is already aware about the positioning, but before Shooter could function it well, it is all about Ghost getting a double and maybe a triple as well. It was a good triple for Ghost, and tesseract has been taken down by Crazy. It is going to be 2 versus 4 with 4 ultimates ready, and Ghost is going to get an entire spike control.
What I love here from Ghost is that wall. I thought, oh, Ghost has messed it up. There's a hole in it. That was completely intended. There is sight.
And they are stacking already. Prowler and Haunt were able to reveal the position. Outlaw sticking outside the side will be able to get one, and ultimate of resurrection is also coming to the action. They are outnumbering Orangutan, and as soon as I say that, Ghost with the triples. He is taken down by Fancy, and he is trying to get as much of information as possible, but with that information he's also going to gain that frag.
1 versus 1 now. Persia trying to spot out the Viper, able to do so.
Please stop the workout, and Vibhor is going to take down Fancy. Persia taking down Outlaw. Now that is turning into a quick action. 4 versus 3. They don't have any side control. All they have is a spike control, making a move towards side.
Engaged. That's all the info required. Accompanied by the Viper now. Vibhor is going to be able to chime in. Exceeli have no way to even leave the narrow corridors they've been shoehorned into. And with Vibhor able to make it 3 in the round, Orangutan now at the end of the half, so they need to keep that Fade alive. But Shooter, he's got other plans. Good for the first, has the Sage to assist as well. Goes aggressive, spots out the chamber, can't get him, but it doesn't matter because the bait switch is in place. Shooter overstaying as well, could potentially able to get one more before being quelled, but that doesn't mean Ghost isn't laying in wait. tesseract reveals himself, Ghost chimes in, Zolo left alone in a 1 versus 4. The Headhunter, good for the first, but for Zolo, you blink and you miss it. He sort of cries out, guys. Where are you?
Resurrection is also coming to the action. Tesseract with the Hunter's Fury, the ultimate that I've been waiting for, and no frag spotted here.
That was one of the best Hunter Series I've seen pretty much all tournament. And I know what you're thinking, Talia, but he didn't kill anyone. Actually, he did. Now, we'll elaborate one in just a second. Freaks looking to go for 1 versus 2, unable to do so. And better still, Vigor, he's got his acne, he's got his glasses on. He's ready to be a proper nerd now because he's got double snake bites. Retaking this site is going to be so difficult for Exceeli now.
Will it be an easy retake? Immediate spike plant is also heard here. Side control totally 4 versus 4. And here we go ahead with the players lead on the side of none other than Team OG. And attackers winning in no time. Not only do they get side control, Persia getting a triple. And they have got entire side control. They are going to side out for sure. And on the core, Shooter and Vibhor have already taken 2 frags, but for themselves, Vibhor getting 1 more, and they exactly know where the location is. Crazy might be able to get 1 with the headhunter. With what all are we left with is last player standing. And look at the flank from Tesseract. This round, a pretty quick switch coming in from A to B and now again to A, but this time there's a good control coming in from the side of Team Exceeli as well. Lockdown is going to force players of Exceeli a little out, where tesseract is going to stick to planting the spike and blind and seize. So many utilities all together. Prowler sent as well, not going to reveal much though. It is going to be 1v1 and Crazy is going to take the lead here. Last man standing, and Freaks is already diffusing the spike. Vibhor trying to go for the rotation. 1 versus 3 will be the situation. Will he be able to go for it? And no! Crazy with the triple is going to put around to shut down. First split is already activated. Empress is ready. This shall be the right time to use it because it is now or never.
Shoots up, gets to the first, looks to follow it up, doubles down onto Freaks there, a third of the round. Fancy chimes back in though. Ghost lurking in this Viper's pit. Gonna see the Empress committed now. Lear out, caught out by tesseract before the Lear can even be deployed. It's onto the lone Viper, low HP already, and it's Vibhor to finish off Fancy and to shut down.
Have a setup done, no doubt to that, but still there's nobody to exactly have a hold there. It is all about the mid. A fancy shot once again. Shooter taking 1 down, but immediately taken down.
1 enemy remaining.
Instant trades, but when it rains, it pours.
Exchange there, but at this point of time, Dash has been activated. Frag grenade. Well, the fragment did not allow anyone to push against Zolo, but not for so long. Spike is under control on the side of Orangutan.
That pre-fire from Persia was just nasty. The double flash as well means that the flank from mid can't land in time. Zolo looking to go huge though, making it 3 of the rounds, and it leaves it all onto a Killjoy with very little HP.
Persia is holding on to smoke, and here comes Prowler going for 1, followed by other. Now this is scary enough. This is going to be a dream, and it is 1 versus 1. Planting the spike, but will he be able to retain the position? 1 bullet is enough, and that 1 bullet did the deal. Why are they getting aggressive is going to be one of the questions. Well, they do have flash to work out with, and a triple for Shooter. Now that was pretty quick, and tesseract with the Hunter's Fury is going to take down 1. Last man standing. Outlaw it is.
Nice shot. Tesseract finishes the job. Orangutan 3-1. It's clean as that.
Wasted out by the shots from Persia, and the players are not fear to push in. Once again, the same pattern comes in. Persia and Shooter double peek them. 2 players down and out. Fancy with little to no HP to work. Some random shots once again hopping in. Fancy's trying to just dodge in, dodge out. But how long will the jiggle work in? Because Tesseract is doing the rest of the deal.
Once again, it's Zolo to follow it up with a kill, but it's just a kill. There's silver linings here. Fancy, Sheriff in hands. Yeah, there's a lockdown, but I doubt we're seeing it used here. With only 37 HP to aid them in this endeavor. KO flashes don't quite land, but bullets, they do the job where utility fail in A-Bank. Perfect flash, doubled up by Shooter. Dives forward ambitiously. Vibhor's able to get another. It is traded, but they already found that KO in an attacker's spawn. It doesn't matter how well you trade now outside of A.
But no random pot shots utilized, no matter whatever done, and this is going to be dusted as well. 5-1 with a scoreline, and lockdown flank shall be able to get the first pick. Here immediately is going to take a crossover against Freaks, getting 1 and immediately traded out. There are trades, the players are falling, and Duke is a little early with the orbital strike, I suppose.
Shield strike going to be used to destroy the lockdown, but there's still a player down. They need a trade, they need it fast. But tesseract, accompanied by the paranoias from Ghost, is another chance to pay homage.
Shooter getting restless, trying to push in through, getting a frag, and also trying to go back. Shooter looks a little content with the first frag. 0 point is going to reveal the positioning of the players. But is the revelation fairly enough to stop them from entering side 3?
Been decimating Exceeli on the repartee. Through the fragment, Zolo is able to get that opening, takes a bit of damage through the wall, but they're able to get to the site. Unfortunately, the spike hasn't got to the site as of yet. Juke good for one. That spike now still in circulation. Hunter's Fury, you see the desperate jumping away from the members of Exceeli just to try and zone themselves out of tesseract's gaze. But in the process, that just allows Shooter to wake up and run rampant. 3 kills for the Jet now, and once again, Exceeli find themselves a little bit separated.
This separation of Shooter is going to pay a lot of dividends with a 4K and a round in their favor. Vibhor is losing between the fight of chaos. He is trying to get a control over his side, but now it is in the hands of tesseract, where he's going to put down a shot over Crazy. Persia is also going to join in the lead, and with that, he's getting a double himself with the operator. Peak tesseract now joining in the lead. And this is going to be a spike control. Last man standing. There's nothing much more that can be done here except for few exit frags to follow. Mid-market peak coming into the action, and there are multiple crosshairs on the mid, and thanks to the turret, information has been passed on.
On the safe side, playing fairly quickly as well to make the most of the fact that it is a 4-on-5.
Well, 4 versus 5. You just asked, and in no time, and all put to shut down, and Cody also comes into the action. Vibhor trying to get a control over site A here. Going for the operator, opening frag done, and fragment is going to delay the entry. Now, this is the equalizer point. 4v4, and here the Prowler is going to pause Vibhor for a while. So is the layer, the vision is all gone. Ghost is ready with the Odin. Will he be able to get as many frags he's trying to?
Oh, as the catch up with Fancy now. Goes into the 2-on-4. Remember, there's a player disconnected. This is a 2v4. Now 2 versus 3 for Persia. Trying to play the smoke timing to their advantage here. Duke making a lot of noise as they rotate past this site. There's a perfect bit of info gathered from tesseract there. And you see the effectiveness of this Sova. He is so damn good. And then another kill through the wall. Tesseract is a monster. Now for the 1 versus 2. Persia holding the swing from the fade. It's a quick kill. Tesseract, though, has the timing. Swings out, spots the fade. Can't quite get the kill. Taps that spike again, able to avoid it. But Freakz is able to win the 1 versus 2. That spike will go off. And Exceeli will end the half here. Fancy, hoping for an angle on Persia. Spots out the barrel of that gun. They know there's one player there to worry about. Through the wall, fair bit of damage, just laboured, but it works. Persia falls now. Vibhor going to force the first player out. Timmy the turret gets 2 kills, though, as Vibhor and Ghost fall. And it's all thanks to Timmy the turret. Shooter, though, he's back. Welcome to the realm of the living, my son. And after some vigorous CPR, they've got his internet back, his PC back.
There we go. And the Haunt is deleted here, wasted out here. Freakz is still going to take care of the mid because Spike is exactly there. Will he be able to get the frags though? Because on the other side, Team Exceeli is finally picking up the pace, and here we go. Persia getting 1 with burst frags and Freakz with a spec. Classic versus the Spectre is the battle here. 1v4. Here comes Defenders, Flash, and here Putsa. Hard flashes work, so are the swarm grenades, but tesseract is going to take down Crazy in few seconds. 5 versus 4. Advantage of number finally going into the hands of Team Orangutan. They were lacking it. With the presence of Shooter, everything is changing on the better side.
Duke is really waking up on the second half now. He's eventually shut down. It's all on to the fade. Already spotted out, swung out. Vibhor finishes the job. Orangutan hit 11 now.
Towards the interiors of the site. Not only that, Shooter gets the site entry and is going to go for the frag. Is he going to get the opportunity? Though indeed, yes, the flash is working with and against the team as well as opponent.
1 enemy remaining.
It's gone into a slaughter now. Just a full push, completely ruining them. And while Fancy with a Vandal is trying to have a last stand, unfortunately, last stand, so as you can imagine.
Shooter trying to not push in through the smoke. Now that is a little risky, but you need to have that sort of time. And here we go, Shooter getting the very opening frag, followed by another. Is he going to get any more? Here we go ahead. Vibhor is also joining the lead, and it is pretty quick flash coming in from Persia. Fancy's not going to sit idle with the judge in his hand, getting a frag, taking down Shooter. Last man standing, and it is the winning round.
Wow.
Attackers win. A